People kept asking me what NGE is all about and what NGE does. And honestly, it's a very long story, and I try to cut it as short as possible. And that's why this video was made. NGE originally, what I tried to do with it was capture the mindset and perspective of different entrepreneurships. And that's what the channel is really going to be about: entrepreneurship, success, and leadership. But as I continued through it, I realized that one of the biggest stepping stones was taken out. If you look at all these motivational speakers and coaches, you realize that they never really spoke about happiness. How this all started was, I'm in the music industry, or depending on when you watch this video, currently in the music industry. And I was really curious as to why some artists were more successful than others. I never really understood why. At the same time, I saw these guys making YouTube videos of Minecraft, a video game, and they loved what they did. And they had millions and millions of subscribers, and they were making millions of dollars. That made me really curious. That same day, a buddy of mine posted on Facebook the concept of the top 3% earners in every industry. And that just kind of brought it all together. It really made me curious as to why certain individuals were more successful than others. It never made sense to me. And as I started interviewing people, before this video is even out, I started realizing these trends, these habits, these things that each individual thing have. And one of the main things, which a lot of people probably don't understand, is that they were happy. They were genuinely happy doing something they love. And another reason why this whole thing got made is a buddy of mine one time, we were at a party, he came up to me, he's like, "Mario, what is your definition of success?" He actually caught me off guard because I had no way to answer to him. And through these interviews, I think I've developed my own definition. Overall, to me, success is just being happy. And whatever that happiness may be, that is your definition. Whether that's making millions of dollars working at one of the biggest companies in New York, or being an artist and painting your life. That, to me, is happiness, and that's what we all should strive for. And that's what Next Generation Entrepreneurs is really trying to do. I'm trying to, overall, is motivate and inspire individuals who are chasing their dreams, chasing their goals, and really trying to do something with their lives aside of what they had in their past. I feel like we all had childhood dreams and we shouldn't have let them go. And it all takes that first step. To take that first step, sometimes you need that motivation or inspiration. And hopefully you can get that from this video. As a kid, I actually used to get made fun of all the time for asking too many questions and talking too much. And heck, you can ask my friends right now, I still get made fun of for that. But I think that's what makes me who I am. And that's what's going to make these interviews a little bit more different because of the questions I do ask. And the people that I'm bringing on. You understand, a lot of this show was technically made for entrepreneurs, and one of the things I really want to do with NGE is break down this concept of labels, where if you're this, then you have to be this, and if you're that, you have to be this. Well, that's not necessarily true. An entrepreneur can be anything you want it to be. As long as you're doing what you love personally, you're an entrepreneur, regardless if you're doing a job or you're owning your own company. One of the things I want to do with Next Generation Entrepreneur is I started realizing this trend. You'll see a lot of podcasts that they bring on the same guys over and over again. And I started getting really curious as to why these guys were there. I understood they had a lot of success, but after 10, 20 times of being interviewed, how much more different can you tell your same story? See, a lot of these guys are so dwelled into their own companies or their own image, they don't really like to tell those stories of the embarrassing moments or the really good moments that actually relate them to you and me. As much as I would love to interview the Bill Gates and the Mark Zuckerbergs and these multi-billionaires, and not saying that I don't want to, it's just I can't really relate to them on a personal level. Rather or not, the people that I'm bringing in, these athletes, these artists, these mom and pop shop owners, these business owners, all different types of lives, I feel like we could genuinely learn from people who are up and coming versus people who have already made it. I'm not saying that the people haven't found their success. You'll see that every single person has one of the most things in common is that they love what they do. And I hope that you guys get as much as I get out of this in these videos. So I just want to say thank you so much for taking your time to actually listen, watch this, however you guys digest NGE. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you again for everyone who made this possible.